stuck in the desert. It's you, your wife, and 2 kids. You got 48 hours to live or you'll die of starvation if you don't find something to eat. If you come across enough food to feed one person, who would get the meal?
Kids.
Kids? Okay. Next question. If it was just you and your wife, there was no kids, who would get the meal then?
My wife.
All right.
Yeah, I split it between the kids.
We'll split between the kids. Okay, let's take the kids out the picture. Now it's just you and your husband in the same situation. Who would get that meal?
We would be arguing on who's gonna eat it. He wouldn't let me. He wouldn't let
But
me
no,
give
what,
it to him.
if you came
So-
across the meal, what would you do? Who do you think should get it?
Man. I couldn't even, because I would split it. I couldn't even say me or him. I would never just eat something in front of him.
Even though it's enough for one person,
Yeah.
so split it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna break it up and give it to my kids.
So you're gonna split it between the kids? Okay, so now say for instance, if there was no kids there, it's just you and your husband, then who would get the meal?
Pants on. I didn't have no boyfriend.
I don't even have a.
You don't know who would get that meal? If it's just you and him?
I won't get that bill.
You gonna get it? Yeah, okay, you gonna get it. All right.
My son.
Your son?
Yeah, or my kids.
You gonna split between the kids. Okay,
Yeah.
so if it's just you and your wife, no kids was there, who would get the meal then?
Well, I mean, can it be split?
It's just enough to feed one person.
That's another. I mean, I gotta feed my wife, man. Got to.
Come across the feed. How many?
Enough to feed one person.
Oh, we sharing everything.
So all y'all, you gonna split it between all y'all?
Depends on what it is we found.
It's just enough to feed one person.
I don't see how we starve. All gonna starve.
Okay, well let's break it down. If no kids is there and it's just you and your husband, then who would get the
I'll
meal?
feed myself.
You gonna feed yourself?
I'll feed myself.
Okay.
Your wife breastfeeding.
It's you, your wife, and 2 children.
Yeah.
You only got enough food to feed one person. Who would get the meal?
The child.
The child. Okay. Well, what if it's just you and your wife? Then who would get the meal?
Who got the meal?
Yes.
What?
So who do you think would get the meal? If it's just you and your husband?
Me, because I am breastfeeding and I can breastfeed him.
You in the desert. You, your husband, and 2 kids. Y'all got 48 hours to live. If y'all don't eat, you would die of starvation. You come across enough food to feed one person, who would get the meal?
The kids.
The kids. Okay, now we're gonna take it a step further. Say for instance, if there was no kids there, it's you and your husband. Now y'all got 48 hours to live and y'all stuck in the desert. You come across enough to feed one person, who would get the meal?
Me?
You.
Yeah.